Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday we started with chapter number 3, and chapter number 3, small chapter but very important chapter. So, chapter number 3, mein, we started with data presentation. Chapter number 3 is data presentation. In chapter number 3, there is only one concept I told, data visualization. See, let us start the class now. So, data visualization, mein, I told there are only two concepts. One is data visualization, that is in the form of charts, and second one is data visualization in the form of tables. Now, charts where we have seen bar charts. How many we have seen in total? 8. There are 10 in total. First we have seen bar chart. Then second one we have seen line chart. Third one pie chart. Fourth one map. Fifth one density map. Sixth one scatter plot. Seventh one bubble chart. Eighth one histogram. Ninth one, note down. This you have already studied in OM. That is Gantt charts. Clear? Gantt. Gantt charts. Clear? Now please note down the heading Gantt charts. Very important one from MCQ's point of view. Clear? That is Gantt charts. Now what will Gantt charts do? They will show the activity over a period of time. Clear? Activity over a period of time. Over a period of time. This you might have studied in PERT and CPM chapter. PERT stands for, that is what? I'm asking PERT. OM completed PERT and CPM. Okay, this chapter you will find Gantt charts a related theory that OM faculty will teach in detail. As of now, just remember that Gantt charts means what? Activity, it will show the activity over a period of time. Like let us say for example, I will draw one chart. This you draw along with me. This you draw because all the other charts you can draw on your own. There is no problem only. But this is the only chart which is different from others which you are seeing for the first time. Gantt charts where what they will show activity over a period of time. Like let us say employee A, employee B, employee C. Clear? I have 3 employees. 3 employees ko I've given some work. Clear? 3 employees ko I've given some work. Now, like let us say for example, this is 17 February, 18 February, 19 February, 20 February, 21st February. So how many days I've given for them to complete the work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every person ko same work I've given. I repeat, Gantt charts mein, see, if you have to prepare Gantt charts, 2 rules you have to remember. Number 1, clear? Main important rule number 1. They should be more than one employee. They should be more than one employee. Plus, the work given to every employee should be same, and the time given to every employee should also be same. Now, rule number 1, Gantt charts are useful when you have one employee or more than one employee. More than one employee. Plus, work and time limit given to all employees is same or different? Is same. Then only we call it as what? Gantt charts. Now what I'll do is I will draw one line, clear, till here. This line represents, clear, the line represents number of days taken. Like A has taken to do the same work how many days? 3 days. B has taken, C has taken 4 days. So I will draw the lines. These lines represent number of days. This will help me to decide same work who is able to do in a least possible time. A. So next time this similar type of work I will give more to A. I will not give this work to B and C. B and C ko I will give some other work in which they are able to do something faster. So Gantt charts are useful to decide which employee is performing best in which work. So like that I will draw second work, I will give it to B and C. Like work number 1 I have given to A, B and C. Next. Now work number 1 mein, activity number 1 mein, who is best to A? So A ko work number 1 I will give. How many employees are left to? 2. B and C ko second type of work I will give and then see who is best in that. Let us say C is best. Then again what happens to B ko I will give second work or third type of work. For every person I will decide who is best in what work. For that purpose I create what? Gantt charts. Clear? Now last one we have is dashboard. Last one we have is dashboard. Clear? Last one we have is dashboard. Clear? Last one we have is dashboard. Now, what will dashboard do? It is nothing but it depicts important metrics. Important metrics. Matlab, see, I have lots of data. Every data is very important for me. Every data is important for me. Most important data I will keep in one place. I repeat, whatever data I have, whatever information I have in my business, that is important for me. Like let us say, for example, for Amazon, customer ka name, clear, customer ka contact number, customer ka mail ID, customer ka login details, customer ka financial information, all these things are important. But out of these things, if in case Amazon ka website gets hacked, if your name, contact number, mail ID gets hacked, it will not have much impact on you. But if your ID password or if your financial information gets hacked, will it have a major impact on you? So financial information and login details are everything is important, but these two things are less important or more important. So this more important data, where will I store? In a place called dashboard. It's like I'm creating a folder. In that folder, I'm keeping some data. Like let us say I have many apps, but what I've done, all the apps which I use regularly, I've kept in one folder. This is called what? Dashboard of apps. This is also called what? Dashboard of apps. In the same way, what happens? I create one folder. That folder may all the data I keep. That is called dashboard of apps or dashboard of data. Dashboard of data, where I store all the data or the most important data. Most important data. Clear? But why it is required, sir? Dashboard is required. Clear? Dashboard is required to generate reports for customers. Clear? It is required to generate dashboard for customers. So I keep all the important data so that whenever this important data is required by customers, I will prepare a report and give it to customer. So how many types of charts we have seen in total? 10 types of charts. But question comes, these charts who prepare? You think a human being will prepare or software will prepare? Software will prepare the charts. Like you have colors, you have graphics, you have clear. Colors are there, graphics are there, animations are there. All these things human being cannot prepare. Then who prepares all these charts? Human beings or software? Human beings prepare with the help of a software. But what are the softwares which are used to prepare these charts? What are the softwares which I can use to prepare these charts? So now note down the heading here. Now note down the heading, tools and techniques of visualization. Tools and techniques of visualization. Tools and techniques of visualization. So there are many softwares which are used for visualization. Like first one we have is clear. First one we have is Tableau. 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 It is one of the, you can say, most powerful softwares in the world. Here, most like when you go to Maitrivanam, you say you want to learn some new software. The first thing what they'll suggest for you is Tableau only. This does not require any coding language. Like normally, if you have to learn, like if you have to learn development of a software, you need to learn about multiple languages like C, C++, Java, Python, etc., etc. But if you want to learn this software, coding language is not required. Anyone can learn, which is even at home also you can download and learn. It's a free software. Go to this website, download the software, install and learn. Like 1 week or 10 days, may you yourself can learn this software and prepare what? Charts, diagrams, tables, etc., etc. So you can say this is useful for what purpose? This is useful for creating interactive clear interactive charts, clear interactive charts. I can prepare graphs and I can prepare maps. I think we have already studied, right? Charts, graphs, maps. Clear? So if I want to create charts, graphs and maps, I can use what? This software. And it says normal or interactive. Interactive means with animations and graphics. Interactive means animations and graphics can be there. Interactive means with animations and graphics. Animations can be installed and graphics can also be there. Clear? Animations, graphics, colors, anything I can add. I can prepare the charts in whichever manner I want. Next. Clear? So there is desktop version is there. Clear? Desktop version is there. Clear? There is a desktop version. Your desktop version means you can install in your PC also. You can install in your laptop also. So this desktop version is free of cost. Clear? It is free version. Clear? It is free with some restrictions. With some restrictions. Like let us say, for example, you download any game will be free of cost. But if you want to utilize the game or an app to full extent, some purchases will be there, in-app purchases will be there. In the same way, if you are like as a student, you can download this desktop version, PC or mobile version free of cost and start creating some graphs and maps. But if you want advanced level ka data, if you want to create, then you need to buy some subscription. Otherwise, it is normally free. Clear? Next. It takes time and efforts to understand. Here, it takes time and efforts to understand. Like 1 week, 10 days. If you're learning on your own, basic things, if you want to prepare basic charts and all, like when you see institute material, make questions will be there in normal format or table format. Like accounts ke questions will be there, a table format. Like tables are there, or some charts will be there, or some diagrams will be there. Whatever charts I'm drawing here, some charts, whatever I'm drawing here, I'm writing with the help of pencil. You think institute will write with pencil and then scan and put it in the material? No. They use which software? Tableau software in order to prepare charts, graphs and maps. Clear? Next. Like like when you go to Google and type India map or world map, you are able to see some map. That is a map which is drawn and taken as a screenshot, or it is designed using a software. It is designed using a software. This is software number 1. Then we have software number 2. That is Microsoft Power BI. BI stands for Business Intelligence. Somewhere note down. In detail, BI ka concept we will see when we go to 4th chapter. Strategic management completed. Strategic management may there are some concepts which are also there in data analytics, like artificial intelligence. Strategic management, since I also teach SM, I teach SM, OM and data analytics. But in here I teach only Lakshya mein only data analytics. So I know SM ke last chapter will be there. What is the last chapter in strategic management? Digital strategy. Digital strategy में and again you have OM का last chapter. Microsoft से related chapter is there. MS बोल के. अच्छा, okay. Digital strategy is there. Digital strategy में there are 3 concepts. One is cloud computing, artificial intelligence, business intelligence. Same concepts are also there in data analytics. Now you tell me, since it is already covered in SM, should I again teach or you will study on your own? Again teach you. Same concept. पैसा वसूल. Full paisa vasuli. So BI. So basically, have you heard about artificial intelligence? When a machine starts behaving, talking, and like a human being, then it is called as artificial intelligence. When I'm using artificial intelligence in business for decision making, when I'm using artificial intelligence in business for what purpose? Decision making. Then it is called what? Business intelligence. In detail, we will see in next chapter. But what is the purpose of using Microsoft Power BI? Again, the same purpose. Preparation of what? Charts, diagrams, etc. etc. See, it helps it helps users to generate reports. Here, generate reports and share with others. clear, and share with others. What type of reports are normal reports or interactive reports? Interactive reports like animations will be there. Like let us say, for example, I want to prepare, clear, I want to prepare prospectus. When you see company ka prospectus or any brochure you see, any company ka prospectus or any booklet you see, magazine you see, it will have lots of colors, lots of animations, lots of cartoonish characters. All these things are created using human beings or softwares. So one software we have already studied. What is that? Tableau. What is the second software we can use? Microsoft Power BI. See, all softwares will do the same thing. But the only thing is that uh, some softwares are basically free, some softwares are paid. Some softwares will do only basic things, some softwares can do advanced things. Like Microsoft Power BI is more advanced than compared to the other softwares. Next, here it here helps in uh, self-service analysis, self-service analytics, and it also helps in predictive analysis. Predictive analysis. Clear? So these two things I cannot do. These two things I cannot do in Tableau. I can do only in Microsoft Power BI. What is that? Self-service analytics and predictive analysis. Self-service analytics means I can analyze my data only. If I want to analyze my data, I can use Microsoft Power BI. Plus, after analyzing my data, I want to predict the outcome what may happen in future. I want to predict my future. Then again, which analysis? Predictive. These two features are given only by Power BI, not by this software. So can I say Tableau, whatever it is giving me, in addition to that, these two things will give me what? A new software called Microsoft Power BI. And this is very important point for MCQs. Point number C, maintains maintains central repository central repository of business data. Business data. Matlab, like central repository means basically, let us say, for example, uh, I have Geo has more than 5,000 branches in the country. Every branch will maintain data in a branch. Branch 1 will maintain data in branch 1. Branch 2 will maintain data in branch 2. Branch 3 will maintain data in branch 3. But as an auditor, is it possible for you to visit 5,000 branches in a 5,000 branches and perform audit 5,000 times? So as an auditor, I will go to head office in Mumbai. I will ask the management of Geo to pull all the data of 5,000 branches. I will ask them to bring to head office. Simple question. As an auditor, if a company is having 5,000 branches, is it practically possible for you to go to every branch and do the audit? No, it will take lot of time and audit will never be completed. So I go to head office and request management and ask them all 5,000 branches ka data bring where? Head office. So that I will do audit in one place. But one more problem here. 5,000 branches ka files from multiple parts of the country bringing to one place and storing them is easy or difficult. So that is why what happens is, now what will Geoca management do is, Geoca management will use which software? Microsoft Power BI. They will install Microsoft Power BI software where? Head office. What will the software do? 5,000 branches ka data it will take from the individual computers and transfer where? Head office. Like let us say अब ये this is head office का computer, this is head office का server. I will install which software here? I will install Power BI software here. I will install MPBI, Microsoft Power BI software here. And these are individual computers. These are individual computers. Like branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4, branch 5. Like that, I'm having multiple branches ka computers. Now every computer में some data will be there. So what happens? Immediately यहाँ से data it will come where? Here. This computer का data it will come here. This computer का data again will come here. Every computer say I'm pulling the data and bringing where? head office. These are manual files or computer data? Computer ka data, all branches ka computer data I'm putting where, sir? In a server. But who is pulling all the data from individual computers and bringing here? Human beings or softwares? Which software? Now tell. Now data is there in individual computers or data is there in one place? This is called what? Central repository. Central repository ante data is there in individual places or in a server? In a central server. Understood? Central repository means data is maintained in central server. Central server. Why it is maintained in central server? Because if I don't maintain in central server, analyzing the data will become easy or difficult? Analyzing the data will become difficult. Understood? पूरे कंप्यूटर से data I am removing and keeping where? In a server. This is called what? Central repository. But am I going to every branch, taking the data in a pen drive, coming to head office and putting the data, or I'm using a software online to pull the data? This is all happening using a software, and that too online. This is called what? This is called a central repository. All these things who will do for me? Microsoft. All these things can Tableau do? No. It can only create charts, graphs, and maps. But in addition to creating these three, if I want these features also, then I have to buy a more powerful software than compared to Tableau. Which is the more powerful software than compared to Tableau? Microsoft Power BI. Then one more software we have. Then one more software we have which is not as powerful. That is MS Excel. This I hope everyone knows. Microsoft Excel. It is a very popular software but not as powerful. This is a very basic software which is free of cost. Anyone can use. It takes very less time to understand. Under that, note down. Easy to use. What all I can create? Helps to create worst one, scatter plots. Clear? I can create scatter plots using MS Excel. I can create bar charts. Clear? What else I can do? I can also create histogram. Sir, bar chart mein and histogram mein, what is the difference? Where gap will be there between bars? Bar chart. Where there will be no gap? Like I can also create pie charts. Clear? I can also create line charts. Clear? Almost everything I can create using MS Excel. But I cannot create dashboard. How many we have seen in total? Charts mein 10. 10 may only one thing I cannot create using MS Excel. What is that? Dashboard. Dashboard cannot be created using MS Excel. Rest everything can be created. So here I'll write except dashboard. It might be useful in MCQs. Here, except dashboard, can I create any type of chart here? Yes. Next. Then we have one more software. So if they ask you in MCQs, what is the only chart which cannot be created using MS Excel? Your answer should be dashboard. Now last one, Qlik View. QLIKVIEW. Qlik View. Again, it is nothing but data repository platform. Data repository platform. Platform ante software. Data repository means like in Microsoft Power BI, what is Microsoft Power BI doing? It is pulling the data from multiple computers and putting in a server. In the same way, like if I feel Microsoft Power BI, if I feel is very expensive for me, I feel no, sir, I cannot buy that much big software, heavy software I don't require. Then I have one more option for that, cheaper version. Then that is called what? QLake View. Because Microsoft Power BI is very expensive software, very difficult to learn and understand. You want a simple software. Dude, utna bada software I don't need. I don't want to spend that much money. Easy software I want. Then use QLake View. Here, what it will do, it helps users helps users here helps users to make quick decisions. Quick decisions. Obviously, sir. See, if I have to visit 5,000 branches and do the data, it will take lot of time. So decision making will be fast or slow? It will become slow. But imagine if all data is available in one place in head office. Can I analyze the data within minutes using a software? So data decision making will become fast or slow? Data decision will become fast. Here, next. Then we have what else I can do with this? Helps to create, helps to create, clear? Helps to create tables, graphs, charts, etc. Clear? Helps to create what? Tables, charts, graphs, etc. With drag and drop, drag and drop features. Clear? Drag and drop options. Drag and drop features. Now, what exactly do we mean by drag and drop? What do we mean by drag and drop? Like, let us see, yesterday, what did I do? I just took one photo and inserted here. This is called what? Drag and drop. So, this software will also provide me what? Drag and drop feature. As I already told you, this software, when you compare with Microsoft Power BI, easy to learn or difficult to learn? When you compare with other softwares, easy to understand or difficult to understand? Simple. Easy to learn, easy to understand and learn. Understand and learn. Clear? Easy to understand and learn. Easy to understand and learn. Next, understood these softwares. So how many softwares we have in total? Tableau, Microsoft Power BI, Excel, and Qlik View. Out of these, the most powerful software, most widely used is second one. Second most widely used is Tableau. For business purpose, I'm telling. Third one is Qlik View. Fourth one is Excel. But for small purposes, like basic purposes, which is the most used one? MS Excel. Clear? So these are the different softwares what we can have. So till now we have understood in this chapter, number one, charts, and what are the softwares which are help us in preparing charts. Other than charts, we also have tables. So now please note down the heading tables. Very small concept. Clear? Heading should be tables. Clear? Heading should be tables. So tables are also called as clear. Tables are also called as cross tabs. Clear? Cross tabs or matrices. Cross tab, why? Because it has rows also, it has columns also. That is why it is called as cross tab. Now table means a normal box or a box with rows and columns. Tables may, it's nothing but a box with rows and columns. Rows and columns. Clear? Rows and columns. Acha, now tell me, I will draw one table. I'm drawing some lines, right? These lines are what? These lines are what? Rows or columns? Rows. Rows come in which axis? This is x axis or y axis? And this side is which axis? Y axis. So y axis mein what will come? Columns. Clear? So rows means rows are represented by, I'll write here. Rows are represented. Represented by what? Rows are represented by which axis? Y axis. And columns are represented by x axis. Am I correct or wrong? Is this correct or wrong? Wrong. Why? Because rows are represented by x axis or y axis. They are represented by x-axis. What is represented by y-axis then? So horizontally, what you write? Next. Now I hope it is correct. So what is represented by x-axis? Rows. What is represented by y-axis? Simple. But remember, scalability is a problem in table. Scalability is a problem in tables. Sir, what do we mean by scalability? If I increase the number of rows and columns, if I increase, like let us say 15, 20 rows, 15, 20 columns. Now, this is a small table or a big table? Small table. How many rows are there? 3 rows, 3 columns. 3 by 3 table this is. Easy to understand or difficult to understand? But imagine 15 rows I have, 20 columns I have. When number of rows and columns increase, will it become easy to understand a table or difficult to understand a table? That is called what? Scalability is a problem. Scalability means you can say more number of, scalability means more number of rows and columns. Clear? More number of rows and columns. Scalability means more number of rows and columns. When number of rows and columns increase, I repeat, when number of rows and columns increase, what is going to happen? Scalability means table will expand. And is it easy to understand the huge table or difficult to understand that huge table? Difficult to understand a table. Clear? Understood? So table should be as simple as possible or difficult to understand? Simple. Table should be simple to understand. Clear? Table should be simple to understand. Simple to understand means it should have huge number of rows and columns or a very less number of rows and columns. It should have very less number of rows and columns. Understood the basic concept of table? Now, so this was a small concept of table. Clear? So how many concepts you have done? 2 concepts. Concept number 1, charts. And charts may we have seen types of charts. We have also seen softwares to create charts. And then we have tables. Whatever softwares we are using for creating charts, same softwares can be used for creating tables also. If they ask you tools and techniques for visualization, it includes charts also. Same software I can use for tables also. Clear? So you should not get confused. Can I get the material once is given? So we are in chapter number 3. Chapter number 3 में I started with directly concept number 4. I started with concept number 4. So concept number 4 is completed. Here concept number 4 is completed. Up concept number 4 में we have point number 5. Can you just come there? I am in concept number 4 right now. Concept number 4 में I taught you types of charts and tools and techniques also we have seen. Now concept number 5. Concept number 4 में fifth point that we have to see. Report design using data visualization. Now I know how to prepare a chart. Here now I know how to prepare a chart. I also know how to prepare a table using a software and which software to use for what purpose. Once I know this, will I sit idle or will I start preparing a report? I will start preparing a report. That is concept number 4 mein fifth point. Report design using data visualization. Report design using data visualization. Heading should be how to design a report. How to design a report using data visualization. Clear? How to create a report using data visualization. Around 5 steps are there. Clear? How many steps? 5 steps. Step number 1. Find a story. Find a story. Story. Find a story. See, Like let us say, for example, what happens? I have huge quantities of data. Huge quantities of data. So what I can do, I can take a printout, give it to management. But problem, will they understand? No. अब sir huge quantities of data को 4 or 5 charts में or 4 or 5 tables में have to put, for which easy or difficult to do. So what I have to do now? Let us say, for example, I have 100 pages. I have 100 pages ka report. I have 100 pages ka report printout. But sir, management tells they don't have time to read 100 pages. They told I want these 100 pages in 4 or 5 pages charts or tables or both. Now what I have to do now? Now what will I do? I will read all 100 pages. I will read all 100 pages. Those 100 pages say I will pick up important points and convert into 20 pages. Every page say, every page say, every point say, I remove some important points and I create how many pages? 20. But management wants in how many pages? अब ये 20 pages को I will convert into charts using what? Software. मतलब what did I do? Out of so many things, out of so many pages, I converted that data into 20 pages. That 20 pages ko I will now prepare a chart using 4 or 5 pages using a software. This step is called what? Finding a story. Finding a story means what you have to tell. See, 100 pages ko I have to tell to my management in how many pages? 5 pages. That is called what? Story. Like whatever is given in the material, I'm writing on the screen also. But I'm like find a story. Find a story ante story ki find cheyala. Step number 2. What is step number 2 given in the book? That will be create a narrative. Narrative ante narration ivala. Journal entry ki narration istam kada. Atlane narration ivala. iPad step 2. Step 3. Am I explaining like this or detailed explanation I'm giving to every step? That detailed explanation ke liye what am I doing here? Telling a story. Whatever I'm telling is actual thing, but I'm telling in a interesting way so that you'll feel, Abba, itlo kuda untadra. Like that you should get excited. Find the story అంటే రే అన్ని పేజెస్ ఉంటుంది కదా అన్ని పేజెస్ సోది నుంచి కొంచెం సోది తీసేసి గింత సోది పెట్టాలి దానికి ఏమంటాం స్టోరీ అయిపోయింది స్టెప్ ఇఫ్ ఐ టెల్ లైక్ దిస్ విల్ ది మేనేజ్మెంట్ బి ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ నో management what they need management need huge data in such a way that they will have interest in studying those 3-4 pages. That is called what? Finding a story. అర్థమైంది కదా converting huge pages into 4 or 5 pages of data so that it becomes interesting to study is called what? Is called as story. Like let us say one more example. Your institute material is more than 250 pages data analytics. But I have given my material in 78, 80 pages. My notes will be there for how many pages? 40 pages. Have I converted 250 pages of institute material into a small story of 80 pages? Yes. Again, that small story of 80 pages, am I converting into 40 pages? Yes. Same thing, I will use multiple softwares to print in small charts in 10 pages. That is called what? Finding a story. So under that, note down. Story should connect. Correct, I told. Story should connect with the reader. Story should connect with the reader. Like sincerely, please raise your hands. How many of you have opened the institute material for data analytics to try to study? No one. Even if you try to study institute material also, will you be able to understand? No. Why? Because institute material doesn't connect with the students. My material also, if you open Yendra Ide, again same thing. That is why in order to connect, to have a connection relating to some material, what am I giving you? Notes. I can easily see line by line, I can open the material here. I can teach line by line. In recording good enduku. I'll just stand here. I will take your material in hand which I have given line by line, I will read. Will it create interest? What will you tell? Faculty na book choose చెప్తున్నాడు రా మాకేం a book how without seeing the book we can write. If a faculty uses a book to teach, it means faculty only doesn't know what faculty knows. Correct or not? నేనే book madam can I get a book? రే book open చేయను రా కొబ్బరిమండ మొహలు. టేబుల్ ఆఫ్ కంటెంట్స్ లో ఫస్ట్ ఇస్ మీనింగ్. టేబుల్ మీనింగ్ అంటే డబ్బా. దెన్ దే టెల్ నటూరే. నటూరే కాదు, నేచర్. నేచర్ నటూరే కాదు, అది నేచర్. నేచర్ అంటే నేచర్ ఈస్ వెరీ బ్యూటిఫుల్. దేర్ ఆర్ 4 types of natures. 4 types of natures. One is summer, winter, rainy, and Hyderabad is a combination of all these 3. పొద్దున్న रेन వస్తుంది, टिप टिप बरसता पानी. टिप टिप बरसता पानी. दोपहर में సడన్లీ హీట్ విల్, చాలా కొబ్బరి ఉంటుంది అంటారు కదా, ఇట్ ఇస్ వెరీ హాట్. హీట్, అదే యు నో రైట్. అండ్ దెన్ ఈవినింగ్ వచ్చి ఇంటికి వచ్చేవరకు ఇట్ విల్ బి వెరీ కోల్డ్. దట్ ఈస్ కామన్. అదే రాదు, నీకు తెలుసు కదా, కొంచెం సంతోషంగా కూర్చో. దెన్ వీఆర్ స్కోప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా. చాలా స్కోప్ ఉందిరా డేటా అనలిటిక్స్ చదివితే పాస్ కావడానికి. చాప్టర్ నెంబర్ 1 అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్ 3 డేటా అనాలిసిస్ అండ్ మోడలింగ్. డేటా అనాలిసిస్ అంటే అనలైజింగ్ ది డేటా. మోడలింగ్ అంటే మీకు తెలుసు కదా, అయిపోయింది. If I take the material and line by line, if I teach like this, will it generate any interest in the students? No. So that is why interaction should be there. Interaction చేయాలంటే ఏం చెప్పాలా? స్టోరీ. మన క్లాస్లో ఏముంటుంది? స్టోరీ. నేను చెప్పింది స్టోరీనే కదా, అర్థమైందా నీకు? నీకు కాదురా, నీ పక్కన కూర్చోవానికి. వెరీ గుడ్. పాయింట్ నంబర్ బి. Now point number B. But sir, to create a story, what is required? Arranging everything in a sequential order is very important. Like I'm telling one concept from chapter 1, second concept from chapter 3, third concept from chapter 2, fourth concept from chapter 1, one concept from one chapter I'm telling. Like, will it be related to each other or different from each other? So in order to tell something to a reader, everything should be arranged in a proper order or improper order. Simple. Clear? Story will be effective. Story will be effective. Story will be effective only when data is arranged. Clear? Data is arranged in proper manner. Clear? Proper manner. And then story create చేశాను. Next, I created a story. Matlab, I decided what to tell in class. Now మొహం చూడండి రా, స్టోరీ కనిపిస్తుందా? కనిపిస్తలేదు కదా. నేను చెప్పాలి కదా స్టోరీ, దానికి ఏమంటాం? నరేషన్. స్టెప్ నెంబర్ 2, క్రియేటింగ్ a narrative. Creating a narrative. Narrative spelling చెప్పండి రా. వెరీ గుడ్. టెస్టింగ్ యువర్ ఇంగ్లీష్ నాలెడ్జ్. గుడ్. నాకు తెలుసు, కానీ మీ మనసు నాకు తెలియదు కదా, అందుకే ఐఎమ్ థింకింగ్ వెదర్ యు నో ఆర్ నాట్. నౌ करेक्ट. क्रिएटिंग अ नैरेटिव इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर MCQs. क्लियर? क्रिएटिंग ऑफ नैरेटिव. यहां पर इट इज क्लियर, नैरेटिव शुड engage the reader through facts. Clear? Through facts. Narrative should engage the reader through facts. Sir, fact చెప్పాలి మనం. Clear? Narrative should engage the user through facts. Facts ante I am telling. Clear? Whenever I tell something, am I giving a practical example of industry where we use something? That is called what? That is called as fact. I am just telling, let us say for example I told Power BI. I told what it will do. It will pull the data. Power BI may I use one word. That word is something called central repository. Central repository, I could have told, right? Central repository అంటే data ఒక ప్లేస్ లో ఉంటే that ఏం చెప్తాం? Central. But will you understand if I explain like this? No. Then what did I tell? I told you that 5 branches are there. 5 branches where data is there. I will go to head office. Head office say I will pull all the data here using a software. This is called what? Fact. Fact means practical examples. Because unless and until you give practical examples, will a reader understand what you're trying to tell? No. Then step number 3. Step number 3. Clear? Step number 3. Points to consider. Points to consider. Clear? Points to consider for story. Until if I have to tell a good story, if I want everyone to understand what I'm telling, there are 4 or 5 points what you have to keep in mind. First one, clear? You can say good, clear, good title, good title and good title and subheadings. Like when you go through the institute material, you'll not find the data. You think you'll find the notes in the form of points? No, you'll find everything in the form of a paragraph. But when everything is in the form of a paragraph, 4 pages of a paragraph, will it generate interest in the minds of students or no interest? So that is why what am I doing? I'm dividing those multiple paragraphs into small, small points so that it will become easy to at least, okay, 5 points, 1 page, we can read. So if you want your audience, if you want your investors to understand your business, use a software and create what? Title and create subheadings. Means main heading, subheadings. Then only what will happen? You can create huge data into small data. It will generate interest. Second thing what I can do, context. Context of data. Context of data. Sir, whatever is given in institute material, exactly it is given in my material or in shortcut format. Again, whatever is given in my material, am I writing here or am I writing in a way you have to write in exam? I'm just writing what you have to write in exam. 2 marks के लिए or 3 marks के लिए, you need not write what is given in institute material. You need not write what is given in my material. You write what I'm giving as notes. So what am I doing here? Huge context is there in the notes or very little context. Why? If you write huge context, will reader have that interest? No. Little points, little 2 points where you finish the answer. Next. Third thing what I can do, logic. Clear? Logic. So what you're telling should be logical or illogical? Clear? It should be logical. Whatever data I'm giving to my user, like let us say investor ko, whatever I'm telling, like I'm going to utilize this money in so and so manner, there should be some logic behind that or no logic. I'm just telling that I'm going to buy a company which is in losses and convert that company into profit making company. What is the logic behind this? You're telling that you want to buy a loss making company and convert into profit making, but why? Why not buy a profit making company by spending little more? Why you want to waste your time in buying a company which is making loss just because they are selling their company for a lesser price? There should be some logic, right? That is point number C. Next, highlight highlight discoveries. Here, highlight important points. Matlab, let us say when you're writing, let us say you have written 3 lines ka one paragraph. These 3 lines may what you feel is important, highlight with a highlighter. So that when an investor is reading your prospectus, that particular point pe focus should be there. Clear? So what are how many steps we have discussed? Step number 1, finding a story. Step number 2, creating a narrative. Step number 3, points to consider for a story. Step number 4. Step number 4. Clear? Step number 4. Follow. Clear? Choose. Clear? Select suitable data. Suitable data visualization technique. DVT. Data visualization technique. There are many data visualization techniques, right? So data visualization is not limited only to charts. Clear? Charts and graphs. Data visualization is not limited only to charts and graphs. There can be tables also, animations also, graphics also, colors also. So many things I can do. Clear? So that is why what I have to do? Clear? Process data in best possible manner. Best possible manner. Best possible manner. Clear? Process the data in a best possible manner. Clear? Process the data in a best possible manner so that it has significant impact. Significant impact. Clear? So that it has significant impact. Clear? So that it has significant impact on people. Clear? So that it has significant impact on people. Significant impact means small impact or huge impact? Huge impact on people. Clear? Huge impact on people. So how many steps are done? 4. Now what is the next step? Language. Follow visual language. Step number 5. Clear? Visual language. Clear? Visual language. Clear? Visual language. Sir, see, language, I should decide the language. I should decide the language based on, clear? Language is decided whether based on whether data consumption is clear, based on whether data consumption is internal or external. Clear? Based on whether data consumption is internal or external. Like let us say, for example, uh, I am preparing a report for my management itself. I am preparing a report for my management itself. That is called internal. I am preparing a report to publish in newspaper. Then it is external. The language what I use, like let us say, can my management understand financial language in a technical manner? Like let us say you're all finance background. You're all from which background? Finance background. Can you easily understand finance related techniques? Yes, రే నో అంటావు మళ్ళీ. ఎస్ నువ్వా? ఎస్ అంటావా మావా? నో అంటావా మావా? Yes, you can understand. Like if I use, see, rather than using the word debtors, if I use the word receivables, will you understand? Yes. Rather than using the word creditors, if I use payables, will you understand? Yes. Rather than using the word fixed assets, I will use intangible assets or tangible assets. Will you understand? Yes. Non-current and current assets. Will you understand? Yes. Because you are from finance background. Since company ka financial finance department has a financial background knowledge, they will understand this finance language in a any manner. Whatever terms I use, they will understand. But if I'm publishing the report, same report if I'm publishing in a newspaper, is it for only finance background people or for everyone? So the language what I use should be very simple to understand or very difficult. That is why what I'll use, rather than using the word receivable payable or non-current and current assets, I will use the word debtors, creditors, fixed assets, intangible assets, etc., etc. So that it becomes easy to understand for everyone or difficult. So the language what I'm using depends upon for what purpose I'm publishing the data. For internal purposes, I can use technical language because everyone understands. For external purposes, I may use technical language also, non-technical language also, or a combination of both. Clear? Now last one, publicize the report. Till the screen comes back, note down the heading, publicize the report. Publicize the report. Here, step number 6, publicize the report. Step number 6, publicize the report. Clear? Publicize the report. Clear? Publicize the report. Publicize the report ante, publicize the report means share the reports with internal and external stakeholders. Means share the reports, share reports with stakeholders. Clear? Share reports with stakeholders. See, every data I need not share with outsiders. Like let us say, for example, some data I should share only with insiders, some data I cannot share it with them. So whenever I'm sharing my reports with stakeholders, decide what information should be given, what information should not be given. Like let us say, for example, employees. Employees are considered as stakeholder. First of all, who is a stakeholder? Any person. Clear? Stakeholder means any person directly or indirectly interested in your business. Example, employees. Uh, Debtors are there, customers are there, shareholders are there, government is there, banks is there. Now bank is asking me my customer ka data. Should I share with bank my customer ka data? No. Why? Because that is internal data. Now my customers who buy my products, who take my services, are asking me a breakup of MRP. Should I share with them? No, because if I share with them, my profit margin they will come to know. They may not buy my product. So that is why some information I should share with insiders only, some information with outsiders. That you decide what you have to share with insiders, what you have to share with outsiders. This is called what? Step number 6, publicize the report. So how many steps are there in total? 6. Can you tell what is step number 1? Finding story, finding a story. Step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, step number 5, step number 6. Publicize the report ante sharing report, also called as data presentation. Also called as what? Data presentation. Clear? So that is will be our next concept. Data presentation architecture. Data presentation architecture. Just 1 minute. So we will continue the class tomorrow. My father is actually serious from last 2.5 months in hospital. I got a call from hospital now, so I have to go there. Balance will continue in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow you have today you have exam, right? Tomorrow, like degree first year ka exam. Today not there. All the best.